Okay, so right now I am testing because I have my microphone on top of my camera. Most of the time I have it right over here on a boom arm that I have. Right now I just want to do some testing, and the reason why I want to do this is because I want to know if I can literally leave my microphone on top of my camera. I'm looking to have the less friction available on my content creation process. And the reason why I'm doing this is because I really would love to start creating more and more and more. For some reason, I am just not getting into the consistency. This is really easy, and the reason why is because I have not committed myself to do this in a more frequent pace. But I am trying to force myself into this because if I don't get uncomfortable, there's no way that I'm going to be comfortable getting uncomfortable. For me, it means a lot. Maybe it won't mean anything to you because you just have someone talking to the camera who can barely keep eye contact with the camera because it's really weird to speak to a camera. As a consequence, I would love to start into the content creation, but also in the filmmaking industry when it comes to creating different scenarios. And what I mean by this is right now I am talking about this exact topic in here inside my studio, but I am also now am going to try to have the same topic or create with the same topic here in a different place. And the reason why I want to do this is because I want to push myself into the storytelling. You know, it's kind of an inconvenience for me because I don't know where to start. I just watch a lot of YouTube videos. I have not studied anything when it comes to videography, cinematography, or how to set up a camera. I've just been watching a lot of YouTube videos for the past 2 years, and I decided to start this YouTube channel so I can put those thoughts into practice, because for me it is consuming content. These content that I'm consuming, it becomes thoughts immediately, like, oh, I didn't know I can do that. Oh, I didn't know that the camera I have, it's capable of doing this. Sometimes, let me tell you, we think that the camera we have, it's not enough, and we tend to fantasize gear acquisition. Like I said on my previous video, first start creating and then start getting more gear, because for example, myself, I've been debating into which camera to get next because I would love to have more than one angle. I know that I actually could do this just by moving my camera around and investing more time into the content creation. But for me, this is kind of tough because it makes me invest more time than the one that I want to invest when I am creating. But I think I will have to resort to that instead of getting another camera in the meantime, of course. What I want to address right now here, it will be, and trying to justify as well, the reasons why I would love to get another camera. The other camera that I'm trying to get, it'll be a full frame camera. This is a crop sensor or Super 35 sensor. It's the Sony ZV E-10. I am looking towards the Sony A7 IV or the Sony ZV E-1. Those are two very expensive cameras, at least for myself. A lot of people would be like, oh no, those are in the $2,200 up to the $2,500 range. This is not a lot of money for you. I respect that, and I really understand, and thank you very much. I really appreciate your feedback. But to me right now, to put together $2,500 just to acquire a body on a camera, not even a lens, that's a lot of money. And to start creating after that, you are from creating into desperation because you just spent a lot of money and you don't even do professionally content creation. So to me, it is just a journey that I have to follow, and I'm going to follow it at my own pace. I know consistency is key when it comes to content creation, if you want to create a community, if you want to create a following. And I have to also start creating more content to be targeting my audience, to start to get in front of other people's eyes because this is how you get to build a following. It's just by exposing yourself, to put yourself in front of other people's eyes. But I'm trying to do my best to get into these content creation thing, you know. As I was saying about getting another camera, or the 2 camera models that I gave, those are kind of expensive to someone like me because I don't have the money to buy one of those, and I've been trying to tell myself that I don't need to buy those cameras in order to start. I was already creating content with this camera, which to me is a very, very capable camera. There is a trap that I consider I fell into, and it's a trap of the gas, the gear acquisition syndrome. And a lot of us new people getting started into this content creation thing, whether it is from YouTube or Instagram, because it's content creation, we tend to fantasize the thing of having this next camera because it's going to be a lot better in low light, because it's going to give you more versatility when it comes to getting more lenses, either full frame or APS-C lenses. And I am trying to convince myself create more content without needing to use the other camera. And I won't deny that getting the other camera, a full frame camera instead of another APS-C sensor, is going to help me if I really want to have these, or I really want to take it seriously, professionally speaking, which I really would love to, but I really don't know. And this is something that a lot of people will be afraid to speak up about, and these when they don't know exactly what to do in their lives. And we have been brainwashed by a lot of people on the internet and also in television, telling you that by a certain age you should have your life figured out already. And this is really demonizing a lot of people. There are a lot of people in their 20s and their 30s, and they don't know exactly what to do or what's going to be their next job. They might be unemployed right now, looking for a solution, looking for a sign. And I understand that not everybody have the mental strength to go through this. I know that us by men are considered to be the stronger ones, the ones that have to take, you know, life by the horns and just make whatever we can out of it. But we are just human beings, you know. We certainly have to handle life in a different way than women have to. But let me tell you something, human beings, we are of the same nature. So it doesn't matter if you don't know exactly what to do right now about your life. It doesn't matter if you don't know what to do right now about your professional career. Just make sure you take the most out of whatever you're doing right now. If it's not making you happy, then start looking for something else. Try a lot of different things. I'm not saying that I'm unhappy right now or that I'm very happy, but I'm a very lucky human being to be alive in this era where anybody can pick up a camera, a phone, create a YouTube channel, create an Instagram, and start getting exposed and start speaking their minds. And about this camera, I said just a few minutes ago that I was going to justify myself into buying this other camera. And $2,500, it's a lot of money to spend just on a piece of technology that is maybe not going to help you to earn a living, but if you put your mind into that and you start studying, you start buying courses, or you start to put in the time, the effort, and the consistency, then you may start to make a living off of it. I'm just debating myself between 2 cameras, or between the idea if I need to get another camera right now. And this video might not make any sense to you, and that is totally fine. But to me, it's very important, you know? It is very important. And let me tell you something else about the camera, or about the gear acquisition thing that I was talking about before. These think about acquiring gear, about getting more gear, it's just going to take you down a rabbit hole. And I'm not saying this to demonize getting more gear. If you have the money and you can't afford it, you can get it, you do it. But as I previously said on the other video, just make sure you're not crying because you don't have enough money to pay your rent, or your savings account, it's not looking at you every single moment of your day telling you why did you spend that much money on such a piece of technology. If you can't afford a camera, 2 cameras, a laptop, whatever it is, make sure you can take advantage of buying this sort of gear. Be mindful and be peaceful about getting that piece of gear. Pay attention to it. You should.